All right, so back again. All right, so the next important part to do is, as you can see, I've got some bumps and stuff coming off of this that's pretty far, but it's not so much on the top. So when I go to line up my sticks, let's just grab one here real quick. Let's do this one first. Okay, when I go to line up my sticks, what I want, let's see here, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do it like that? I think I want to do it like that. What I want is this to come off the jar just a little bit. So if I have to build up just to make that happen, you don't want it right against the jar. I mean, you can if you want, but you know, it makes it harder to do some paper mache around it later. So like I said, I've got this stick. I think that's kind of the way I want to do it. I think I might have enough separation in between there if I do it just like that. But you know, if you don't, you know, just take a little tin foil and just make it come out a little bit more like that, which I think is what I'm going to do to this one. And I'm going to work with this bump that's already on here, and I'm going to just indent this in there just a little bit so it just goes like that. Just kind of press it in there just a little bit so there's a little indentation where I can glue that on there. And then we're going to make take a little piece of tin foil here. And not a whole lot. I'm just going to take a little bit like this. I'm going to fold it up and make it into what I want. Which again is just going to be a little, just a little indentation that comes off of there like that. And just indent it just a little bit. Put a little hot glue on there. And we're going to line it up with that little indentation that I made down on the bottom here. And again, anything that you can give to give it character like that is going to be just fine. I'll let that dry on there a little bit. And it just comes off there a little bit. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some, oh, I'm not going to do that quite yet. I'm sorry. We're going to wait. We're just going to prep that part. And we're going to take our other sticks and we're going to kind of go the same way. And you want, since we're doing a 3-stick deal, again, that doesn't look too bad the way that is. There's a nice bump right there on the bottom. It kind of already lines up on the top. So I'm just going to leave that one like it is. Then we're going to kind of take this 3rd stick here. And there's a bump on the bottom on this one too, but it doesn't come off the glass very well. So I want it to come off the glass a little bit like that. So I'm going to take another piece of tin foil. I'm just going to, again, just make a, there's no rhyme or reason to any of this, but you want to just make sure that you're going to be lined up to make it sort of symmetrical. You want it to hang right. So we got that. Again, I'm just going to glue that right on there now. Sorry, I'm out of frame here, guys. I apologize. I'll lift it up here in just a second to show you what I'm doing. So I've got that little bump down there that I'm working with, and I'm just going to line this piece up with like that. And that's going to line that up. And then again, just gives it a little bit more character. We'll let that cool down and cling to that. All right, so we've got the jar ready now for the sticks. So let's prep the sticks. And what I was talking about earlier, we've got 3 braids here. And all you're going to do is start down here on the bottom, and you're going to kind of think where this stick is going to go right here on this side, and it's going to come off like that. So what I want to do is I want to take that rope and I want it to be on the tinfoil, against the tinfoil side, so that it doesn't come unraveled. So I'm just going to put a little glue on it. Got a little bark on there, so I'll take that off. I got a little glue here, and I'm going to glue this rope right down on there. And again, man, this glue is super hot. So we're going to let it cool down just a little bit, and then I'm going to press it on there. I'll just take a little piece of tin foil, just kind of press that on there so it stays on there. And you don't have to do this. You can, I'm just doing it to get the glue to stay on there. And that'll just be on there. It's hot. So we're just going to let that dry on there. Or dry, I say cool. Hot glue does not dry. It cools, of course. Okay, so while that's doing that, now I'm just going to twirl this rope right around this stick. And again, you can go as tight as you want with this or as loose as you want. I'm just going to swirl it around here. I like this look. And you can tie it around that if you want, just to give it a little more character. You know, just do whatever you want to do with it, really. Okay. And when you're when you get to the part that's going to be holding your jar, you want it to be just a bit longer than the stick, maybe just, you know, and I'm going to be up to here. Okay, this is where the top of my rope is going to be, and where it's going to split off and be up from the jar, if that makes sense to you. So again, what I want to do is I want to have this now be a part of this tinfoil. So you want it to be, you're going to have that be a part of that, and so that's going to be a part of that, and this rope is just going to come off just a little bit, which is fine right there. So you've got, this is where it's going to be right here, and you're going to want to just give that a little bit of glue to have that stick on there, and you could put some glue in some different spots. We're going to cover a lot of this stick with paper, so you won't be able to see the glue or the glue so much. And even if you do, so what? Nobody's going to walk up to your jar and go, oh, I see some glue. So we're just going to let that cool down. And again, you can get some water or an ice cube or something to make that go a little bit faster, but we're just going to keep on going here. So that's what it looks like. Again, I just put this down there because it could go right on the bottom. You don't have to do the tin foil. It's stuck on there better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the camera now, and I will come back after I get all 3 sticks done up this way. And again, you want it to be as close to even with each stick, so that it's not hanging crooked when you're done with it. So I'll show you more of that when I get to that part. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the other 2 sticks and get them on here, and not waste too much camera time doing that. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I got all my sticks on, I got all the ropes tied around them, and what I try to do here is I try to get all the sticks to be about at the same level when the rope is hanging like this. Okay, because I can position these sticks anywhere on the jar to get it exactly even, but you want them to be even so that your jar hangs straight. You don't want it to be, this one be like this and this one be down here like that, and it's all crooked and stuff. So That's basically what we're looking for, is to try and get those sticks to be the same at the top. They are kind of at the bottom too, but that really doesn't matter because these can hang off lower off the bottom, and you can add details to those and stuff like that. So I thought it was pretty cool how this rope frayed really bad, and it looks really cool. I like that kind of, that looks really cool how that did that. I tried to get the other ones to do it, but they just didn't do it for whatever reason. I don't know, but so there's that. One more thing I like to say is, after you've made sure that you've got the length that you want this to be, because you want this to come off the jar quite a bit, and not too much, but you just want to have the separation between the top of the sticks and where this is. And once you figure that out, then just add a drop of hot glue, or a big dab of hot glue, I should say, to keep those together so it doesn't unfray the rest of the rope, because that's how you want it to be after it's hanging. Yeah, now you're just going to take each stick and you're going to apply it to where you wanted it on the jar. And I think this one goes around this way, and I had it on here like that. And again, you kind of want to have that nice fly on the end of my nose there. Look at that fly. Take two, right? No, just kidding. All right, so we've got that. I got that piece of wood right along the side there. That's going to be a good little piece of character on there. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue these pieces right onto this jar. Let's get it before it goes down. Let's try and get that on there the way I want to have it on there. Just glue that right on there. Okay, we'll let that glue on there. All right, so easy. And again, it's like watching glue cool, as we like to say with the hot glue, but what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put the rest of the 3 sticks on. Again, I'm not going to sit here and have you watch that. It's all pretty simple, but what I want to do is I want to make sure that these top ropes are the same way all the way around, the same level, so that this thing hangs straight. Okay? I hope you understand that. So, all right, I'm going to turn this off, and I'll be back when I get those back on. All right. All right, so far we've got that all finished up. I suppose I should show you a picture of it really quick. I got it hanging up down here. It's all glued up. It's pretty straight. But that's what it looks like so far. So now we're going to do some armature little pieces for it. I love doing this part. This is one of my favorite parts. So it's just all with tin foil and glue. Just, tear off the tin foil, a couple of sheets anyway. And just sheets like that. And what we're going to think about is some things that are coming off of it, like little spikes. You can do little thorns. You can do little vines. We're going to do some vine work on there. It's just really an image underneath it all, but it does make a big difference in the details. So, like I said, we're just gonna. What I'm going to do is this one. I think I'll just I always start at the point of whatever I'm making. This might be a little too much tin foil for what I'm looking for, but the good thing about tin foil is you can really scrunch it down. Then I always fan this out. This is kind of a big jar, so bigger vines are kind of cool. But this is what's going to glue onto the side of your jar. So you need to have that all fanned out like that. and kind of smash it down a little bit and, you know, think about what it would look like on your jar. I know I sound like Bob Ross. So you can do things like that. Okay, we'll throw that on there somewhere. Like I said, you can do little thorns, and again, just kind of start from one end and work your way. And get that to fan out there, the ends. And anything that looked like we talked about with it dunking into a mossy swamp, and anything that's going to hook onto that moss and that yucky stuff in that bog, I'm going to pull it up, and this is going to have stuff hanging off of it. So you can make a few of those. I just got some extra little pieces of tin foil here, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some I'm going to put a few thorns on there, a few spikes, if you will, little. So just open up like that so you have something to glue to. Like I said, this is the part that I like so much. I just like making these little things because I can see what they're gonna look like with swamp goo all over them, if you will. I know I'm rambling. So I have one more, so you can just be patient with me here. I will make a longer one. All right, just some little thorns. All right, so let's make it long this time. So once again, these are armatures that are going to be glued to the jar itself, glued the tin foil that's on the top and the bottom, top or the bottom. And this will be a long one that we'll probably put on the top, I'm thinking. We'll see when we get up there. But like I said, just making some of these, and you probably take just a little piece like this. Again, always start at the tip of it so that you have that fan. I think you guys get that point by now. And then I just take something like that and then put that fan right around that. Up or down. Think about it, how it's going to be on there. Just put a little glue in there. A little hot glue. It's really hot, it's been on for a while. Like that. I'm going to have it like that. Just glue those two pieces together. Make sure you have that connection right there, because that's how wood would connect together like that. Don't make it two pieces. I don't know. It's just details like that. So it's going to go on. It's going to be like that. We'll cover this all in paper and then texture it. So this one will look pretty cool on there. So I'm going to build just a couple more. This video is already 6 minutes long, so let's just do a quick vine. Okay, we still got this. Hold on, I'll do one more here. One more thing. And that's just making it into make it kind of, make it as big as you want. Shit, you want a big vine on there? Put a big vine on there. You want We're going to do that's a vine. Can you believe that? That's a vine right there. So get creative. You know, that's the main thing, is just get creative with it. You know, after we get all this on there, we get it all mached, you know, there's all kinds of things we can still do with it. So we can be real creative with this one. So I'm going to make just a couple more here. Just got to tear some more tin foil, and then I'm going to reset the camera up here on the jar, and we'll get these on there. All right? All right. See you in a bit. All right, so we're back. Jar. While I was off, I made a big piece. This is kind of a bigger piece that I would normally do, but I'll probably show you maybe some texturing on making this look a little bit different, just so I can give you another texturing idea. But I'm going to put this one right here on the bottom, just like that. It's going to come right off the bottom just like that. You know, and these do hang in my closet, so you can't lay them down after you do them. That's what I always said. It'd be a little tough to ship one to somebody because of all these things we're about to put on here, all these appliances, armatures, whatever you want to call them. So we're just gonna the glue, she burns. That's what we have to put up with. All right. Stay on there. That glue is like super hot because the gun has just been sitting there burning for a while. Better than being cold, I guess. All right. And you can not do anything at all by this, just getting creative. So grab one of these and let's toss it on the front. I don't know if I made this one on them, but you can bend it like that, just make it kind of look a little crooked. Put that like that. Usually the first place I put it and stick it on there, that's usually where it's going to go. I don't sit here and can't make a bad decision doing it. You make it the way you want to make it. All right, so there's that one. Let's do a couple of these little thorns. Says you can stick these anywhere you want to. Let's put one right here. Little thorn sticking off of there. It's going to grab that moss. It's going to grab that yucky swamp water. I'll put another one right by it. Why not? A little infection of thorns. Let's put one up on top here. Put it right over here, right behind here. There we go. All right. I got another one of these. Let's do it. You don't want to try and, you don't want to do every single do it any way you want to do it. Sorry, I don't like the way that looks. You like the way that looks? It's all up to you. Let's see here. That looks pretty cool. I dig that. I dig that. Right there next to those thorns. I dig that. Yeah. Let that dry. We'll fix that. All right, so some vines. I know what I call a vine. It's just something like this, and it's going to give you a subtle. I'm going to twist it a little bit, you know. What you want to kind of do is kind of tuck it away somewhere, like start it off in between there, and you know, maybe have it come down a little bit. That would look kind of cool too. Maybe have it tuck away back underneath there like that. That'd be pretty awesome. See that? I've never done anything like that before. Let's do it. Little blue. Bend that any way you want it. Usually I'll just put them across here like that, and you can still do that. I did make another one. It's a bigger one though. You know, you could have it still wrap around the other side here, and then put that one up in the, so it's like that. And we'll give that a special texture so it stands out too later on when we get our paperwork going. We decided that one's going to go there. Ouch, hot. Always say that a lot. Actually, I'm almost done. I've done pretty good. So it kind of looks like it's going through here maybe and coming back out this way. Hot glue everywhere. I made this big one on the video, I think, so we're going to put that one maybe back over here and just press it in where it goes first, just like that. Hot glue it. Right there. Okay, pretty easy stuff. Just armatures that we're now going to cover in paper. I have one more spike here. I don't know. Looks pretty spiky. I got one more thorn for sure. I can put another thorn on there somewhere. Like I said, there's nothing. You don't want to put one on each thing, you know, each section, and it just looks like it's too much. We can put these thorns on here somewhere. Let's just find a place for them since I made them, 4 of them. I'll just put it right there. Nice little home for it. You probably can't even see it. There it is. See, just put it wherever. You know, put them wherever. All right, I think that's going to be good enough. I think. So next we're going to paper. So I'm going to switch the camera back around again, and we're going to tear a sheet of paper so I can show you that real quick, and then we'll get to papering this thing up. All right, see you in a bit.